His name's Rhapsodian, my name's Teak, and this is Rhaps Teak Take a Peek this week at DreamQuest. How you doing, Rhapsodian?
Couldn't be doing better. How about yourself?
I Teak, am having a fantastic week over here in my card. I'm really excited for this game, too. Okay, I'm going to take over the floor. I warned Rhaps this, but I've got things to say. Because I hear many of you saying, what am I looking at? And the answer is, first of all, art. Open your eyes. You should know this already. But second of all, it's the game DreamQuest. So this is what the Steam page says about DreamQuest. It says, DreamQuest, play cards, kill monsters, level up. DreamQuest is a roguelike deck building game inspired by the likes of Ascension, Magic the Gathering, and Chandelar. Explore randomly generated levels as one of 13 classes in short 30-minute sessions. Cool, it's a roguelike deck builder. You can imagine why we might want to play a roguelike deck builder. We've played some of those. But I think this is one of the games that I'm most excited to finally check out in all of Rhaps Teak Take a Peek. We've been talking about this since the very beginning. And before I can explain why that is, I have to explain inspiration. I was going to say parallel universes, but that's the wrong video. Inspiration. I've been talking a lot about inspiration this week and thinking about it a lot. I played a game this week on stream called Manifold Garden, which is this really surreal first-person puzzler game, and a lot of people were saying, oh, was this inspired by Antichamber? And the truth was it was actually the other way around. It's not important to establish a flow or a hierarchy of who inspired who. Inspiration flows like water, and it moves in all directions. DreamQuest is really special because DreamQuest actually was the game that inspired Slay the Spire, a game that Rhapsody and I have both played many hours of. It's the game that inspired Dicey Dungeons, which actually was a totally divergent development process. Terry Cavanaugh made that game separately from Slay the Spire and made sure not to play or watch Slay the Spire while he did. So this is in many ways the game that precluded an entire era of really lovely preceded.
Preceded?
Yeah, it did not preclude. It's the opposite. This was the beginning of an era of really wonderful roguelike deck builders. It was kind of the one to start it. And I haven't played it on stream because it was the beginning but not the end. It's definitely this very like scrappy, homebrewed kind of MS Paint looking game, but I've wanted to check it out for a long time. So anyway, I could talk about inspiration across games for 10 hours, but that's why we're here. That's why we're here.
I imagine we will be talking about that for a particularly long time through the course of this, because you said similarly that we'd both played a lot of Slay the Spire, the game that, or a game, one of the most prominent games that has been inspired by this, and then went on to inspire other games following. However, Dicey Dungeons, I know you've played a lot. Did you know I've played a lot of that as well?
I did not know that you played a lot of Dicey Dungeons.
Played a lot of Dicey Dungeons. Played a lot of a couple other games that said that they were inspired by DreamQuest. Not ones that I necessarily went as deep as I did in Dicey Dungeons and Slay the Spire. But I kind of want to see the origin points, right? Like for instance, I note that Slay the Spire and Dicey Dungeons both have a system by which a card can be upgraded a single level to like a plus version of itself, right?
Right. Well, this game had that system.
Does that originate here? Exactly. That'd be really exciting to see. Now, I know the intent system is not necessarily going to be here, right? I know the production story of how that occurred in Slay the Spire's community. And I wonder if this would help me possibly, because I know another huge inspiration for Slay the Spire, as well as something that they were working with a lot at the time. Like they were testing it on Netrunner players. I wonder if this is going to help me pass some of the parts that were inspired by one, parts that were inspired by the other. It's a deeply gratifying experience to be able to have a look at this. Although, as you'd mentioned, presentation factors have come a long way.
This game established the idea. In that way, it was ahead of its time, right? It's these are the systems, these are the mechanics. It's kind of like how, board games start as pieces of paper, but people who are playing lots of board games will recognize this is cool. This system works. We can really run with this. We can put polish on it. So many genres of games have this, right? Like when the floodgates came down for Magic the Gathering, and in terms of allowing online trading card games to be made, there was like a dozen different games all made within a couple years, and it was really a question of how do we put a modern digital coat on top of this, right? So yeah,
it's gonna be super exciting.
I'm excited. I'm excited.
Now
weirdly excited. Actually, I shouldn't. It feels weird how excited I am, but it's real.
I don't know, because I feel like many weeks prior, this was the thing that we would have done if we didn't do the thing that we did, right?
Yeah.
And this week, I was having a lot of difficulty with frankly, finding myself excited by any of the games. This is the one that definitely excited me the most. Here we are.
We're going on a quest for dreams.
And of course, we've got to try and put ourselves in the universe. We're going to make ourselves a little inspired by Dream Quest itself. It's going to be a little cursed. That's okay. What do we want to choose in terms of these? I will also say, usually I would go to an options menu here, but the options menu happens before you launch the game, and it's just resolution and quality. This is a
We're not
toggle
quite to
switch.
options yet.
This is... I don't think I need to say this is not necessarily a demonstration of ridiculous polish, but that's also not really what the value of this game is, nor the reason that we're playing it. All right. Would you like to take the description for the warrior?
I'd love to. Choose your class. Warrior. Warriors revel in combat. The rush of blood, the surge of adrenaline. These are the warriors' passions. What they lack in subtlety, warriors make up for with pure power and resilience. Smash is, I guess, their ability. After every 2 combats, the warrior can use her rage to destroy a wall in the dungeon.
Ooh, okay. So we have we have emerging. You know what? I'm not going to make assumptions based on what it's going to go. I'm just assuming some sort of a tile-based map system rather than a FTL node kind of situation, which makes me feel is STS's kind of implementation of that more invited by FTL and the games that preceded FTL systems. We have a wizard. Masters of magic wizards make up for a lack of power with extreme versatility. Able to conjure meteors, stop time, and disappear from view, there is little an experienced and prepared mage can't do. Except find his glasses. True to form, he's not wearing them in the picture, so I imagine he's on a quest to find them. He has the ability to teleport. After each combat, the wizard can use his magic to teleport himself anywhere else on the map, even otherwise undiscovered locations.
Whoa. Choose your class. Random. Not all adventurers are decisive. Some are as fickle and capricious as the gods, their passions shifting with the tides. These wild souls inexorably find themselves drawn here, gleefully pledging their lives to the whims of fate. Your adventurer will be from a class chosen at random, from among your unlocked professions that can earn achievements.
I imagine... Oh no, that doesn't even take us to the end of the list. Okay, we've got 2 more.
It's in the middle.
Just to quickly run through them. Priests, spiritual guides, teachers, scholars, priests at the heart of the adventuring party, versatile spellcasters, equally comfortable with healing the sick, protecting the weak, and burning the heretical. Priests are not to be trifled with. Every 2 combats, the priest can use his magic to reveal a tile and the 8 squares around it.
Now that's a lot. And finally, choose your class. Thief. Rogues, scoundrels, and ne'er-do-wells, the path of the thief is rarely anyone's first choice, as you can tell from this young adult boy thief man. What a dapper individual. But a harsh life has prepared them well for adventuring. Their legendary speed, alongside a variety of tricks, makes thieves excellent additions to any adventuring party, at least until it's time to divide the gold. Their ability is Find Treasure. Every 4 combats, the thief can use his 6th sense to uncover a treasure that no one else would find.
Getting a little bit more value out of that class. Do we want to take what seems to be the proposed default in Warrior, or do we want to hit random, or you got to lean any which way? Ironclad first?
Yeah.
All right. Choose the Warrior.
Smash.
A strange place. So nice of you to join us, Master. As your eyes finally adjust to the light and catch sight of the speaker, you quickly close them again, tentatively in front of you. Tentatively, you open them slowly and stare at the hideous creature floating in front of you. Maybe a foot tall, like an enormous red bat with leathery wings, horns, and a spiked tail. The imp sneers at you. I didn't even know it was an imp. I just chose that voice. So, are you ready to go? We have monsters to kill and corpses to loot. Everything around you is filled with light, the only break in the white fluffy clouds that tickles your nose as they pass you by. Wait, clouds? Foolishly, you look down into nothing, only sky as far as your eyes can see. You wave your arms wildly, hoping that you can somehow keep yourself from plummeting to your doom. Your companion laughs at your predicament. Hey, genius! If you weren't falling already, did you really think a chicken dance was gonna help? Huh. Guess you're not falling at all. On the downside, it looks like all those monsters aren't falling either. A voice carries you to over the light breeze.
Beware the Lord of the Dream. He has serrated knees and eyes on the back of his neck. When he sings, those who listen go slowly mad. Flee! Flee!
Cool.
He told me what to do.
It's true. He even hastened to say it again. So we have a current deck of 9 cards, an attack that deals straight up 1 damage, an attack that deals 2 damage, and sword. Deal 1 damage for every 2 attack cards you play in a turn. This is an equipment.
Okay.
The rest are attack types.
Interesting. Okay.
So that's our main deck.
But it's still a card.
Yes, it appears to be a card. So I wonder if that's like a persistent effect that you play out on the field.
Yeah, like some kind of a power.
None of these are really giving us too much
some kind of equipment.
It's true.
So
Smash would ask me to determine
there's no
the location.
wall to smash, I guess. So we just click somewhere.
I mean, I don't think we need healing. I imagine that's
let's
a
go
healing
left.
space. Okay, well, how do I...
Maybe WASD? Arrow keys?
Oh, is it arrow? It's not arrow keys. It's not WASD.
Q?
Q? No.
Some number pad?
Oh god, maybe it's... No, it doesn't seem to be number pad. Let's turn numlock on or off. No.
Step 1 in the rogue. How to move. Can you click your unit and drag them?
I don't appear to be able to click my unit and drag them.
Okay. Hold please. Dream Quest. How to move. Is there a game FAQs?
Now, tutorials were actually invented in 2002, you see. So, and this is from 2001. I actually don't know when this game is from.
This game is from the year 1946.
This game actually predates PCs. It's really interesting. It's
kind of incredible. Talent, collected tips, suggestions. Is there an escape menu with like options that includes controls?
There has never been an escape menu, nor options.
Oh no! Your mouse only. But you were able to click on Smash.
Yes.
Can you click on?
Oh, yeah! I just smashed.
It's because Smash was still selected. I think was what was going on. Or can we?
I don't think it was because I had to smash something. So those might be walls, clouds.
Skywall. That makes sense. Okay.
Gouda's Gummy Goodness. Just enter there. Would you like to take this?
Gouda's Gummy Goodness. Exploring the otherwise dark and dreary dungeon, you come upon a small house. Built not from bricks or stone, but from a gingerbread and gumdrops, it immediately draws you in. On entering, you meet the owner, a goblin woman, stooped with age.
Care for some candy? She asks. Or would you prefer one of our delicious treats, guaranteed to expand your mind?
Have a choice between Sword, the same one we'd seen prior, Colossus Smash. Play this only if you have no action cards in play. Interesting. Okay, so it has an in-play system similar to something like Dominion. It mentioned Ascension before, right? Which is kind of also heavily related to Dominion itself. Which makes me think, right?
Stoneforge? So that's Justin Gary Games. I'm trying to remember the name of the company. Ascension is Justin Gary's company, which is called like Stone Blade Games or Stoneforge Games or something like that.
Yeah, I'm not familiar. I don't have one of the Ascensions in the house. I played a few of them though. But it brings up this kind of this point of the fact that these games are going to be heavily related not only to things like Slay the Spire and Darkest Dungeon, the games that inspired it, but also the games that inspired
actual tabletop games.
Exactly, Dream Quest, which were tabletop games at the time because there wasn't deck building roguelikes. This is unique in implementation at the time. And you lose all time. I'm going to call that at the moment. And then finally, the ability to gain mana. It is a mana 3 card, so it's a level 3 version of a card. Okay, so there's multiple different levels upgrading a card. And gain 6 mana is its pass. We have no money to buy any of these. Let's bounce. Can we revisit this? We can. There also doesn't seem to be a limiting factor on our movement either.
Nice.
Let's fight a Goblin Hoarder.
Yeah, I'm ready for fights. You are now in combat with a monster. Here you'll play cards from your hand to deal damage and hopefully defeat it. To do so, either drag the card from your hand to the middle of the screen or click the play all button near your character portrait. Play all.
Ah, interesting. Okay, so that I wonder if that means there are less conditional cards. Because like Dominion has a play all option in online implementations of it, and like it's play all gold or something like that, right? Like So I wonder if attacks are more or less conditional, right? Like more of an individual damage resource than not. We have one over here, so I imagine that's our time units for the turn, kind of like an energy situation. So I attack, they cower, which was a reaction in their hand. Trigger, they took damage. Effect is prevent that damage to draw a card. Okay.
Oh wow. Okay. And they prevented our 2 damage.
Yes, but it still seems to be our turn, and we still have that 1 energy. So maybe these don't even take energy.
They're free.
You're out of things you can do this turn. To let the monster take a turn, click the hourglass button near your portrait. You will then draw cards up to your maximum. If you have cards in hand that you don't want, you can discard them at any time during your turn by dragging them to the discard pile in the lower left of your screen.
So this is more like the Vault of the Void system, to where or again, Vault of the Void may be more like this.
They have attacked us.
Okay. We've taken a damage.
So
nice.
I don't understand the hourglass system necessarily. It said 1 the entire way through, and then at the end of the turn we were done.
Yeah, is it like a number of turns? Is it possible that you can take multiple turns? It seemed like that one card said lose all time, which I guess basically just means in turn, right? It's like a conclude kind of effect.
Yeah, but oh, right, sorry. So we had to end our previous turn because we didn't have any cards in hand to cast, which means that, yes, it is a system that does work like that, but not everything goes into it, right? Which does contrast it with other games where like the basic cards do have their own kind of like mana and energy resource. I don't mean to dig into this too much.
No, it makes sense. The limited resource here is draw, and that's and that makes sense.
And also, the sword does appear to be a permanent effect. The equipment seems to stay out there,
at least for this fight. And now we should just be able to play all, and they are super dead.
Starts running away. When you have 3 ranks of escape, the fight ends with no loot. Now at rank 1. Die.
Deaded. They have become gold.
5 gold and 1 experience.
In the corner?
Whoop.
Oh, a Durgan. Maybe we should... Oh, interesting. It's a one-time heal. Okay.
Yeah, not.
Do you think this Griffin is lower level than the Durgan?
I don't know. Let's try the Wyvern is level 2. Griffin's level 1.
Cool. I mean, it lets us see the encounter. That's nice.
It also seems like the base deck for this character is going to be playing itself a lot of the time, so I'm just going to hit play all and pass turn.
We don't have many choices yet. I think most of our choices are going to be meta choices. This is interesting. Because I am actually fairly new to roguelikes as a genre, and I know that I've spent thousands of hours on stream, but really rogue is something that I didn't know about until a few years ago. And because Spire was my first roguelike deck builder, I had forgotten about rogues. Like moving around in a tile map and choosing our encounters and being able to go backwards is like very, very core rogue, but it's something that I haven't done in a long time.
Yeah, it's one of the many things that I imagine makes the people who are more specific about the nomenclature of roguelike and roguelite the focus on that kind of thing, you know? that
sure.
implementation didn't necessarily follow through into a vast majority of the games that get called roguelikes.
Yeah, yeah.
So we have the choices here to... It says you've gained 4 health, and that wasn't just a heal, because it is our max health that's increased there, right? So this would probably be more max health again, and then there's Stone Skin, which I think is a card. Gain damage reduction 2 until the end of your turn, and it is the first one we've seen with a time cost.
Interesting. Okay, so that other stuff was just kind of 0 cost in a way. Damage reduction 2 until the end of your turn?
Mm-hmm. Until your next turn.
Until your next turn. Okay. So it's a block. This is a defend.
Yeah.
We should take it. Maybe we can upgrade it.
Don't need that just yet.
Let's go fight a Durgan. Heck
yeah. Oh, don't end that turn. Okay, so it has a couple quality of life checks that other games didn't necessarily have for a while. Like the warning, hey, you haven't done all the things you can do this turn that seem good.
What equipment did they play?
They've played an action.
Oh, it was an attack.
It's a sting. Your opponent becomes poisoned 2. So I imagine at the start of your turn, take 1 earth damage and lose a level of poison. So we've already lost the level and taken the damage.
Okay.
Ooh, they are really a poison stack. Oh.
No lie. And we drew our sword at the bottom of the deck, but we did okay. And there's a heal for us also.
Mm-hmm. And should we level, I imagine that'll get us a heal too. We should have used the smash before we continued there. Smash.
Good call.
That wall.
Oh.
Vampire Bat level 3. Genie level 4. That's the boss.
We found the boss. Okay. We have how much gold now? 11. So we're getting to where we can actually buy some things.
Mm-hmm. This one actually does have something we can buy. The first one, the one that we can't buy, is Hamstring. Your opponent discards all action cards from their hand. Deal 3 damage. It's also Storm Slash, deal 2 lightning damage. It's level 1 of 3. And then Corrosive Smash, 2 earth damage, level 1 of 3. Or, I guess, acid damage, maybe?
It's interesting. We don't know much about the elements yet. We don't know, like, what's going to be generally high utility. What was Hamstring again? Oh, but it doesn't matter. We can't afford it.
That's true. It's the one we can't afford. Your opponent discards all action cards from their hand. I mean, we can come back and make this decision later, but without much other information, we might... Ooh... Play this only if you have no action cards in play. Deal 8 damage. This actually might just be a good first pickup.
Yeah, we need just 4 more gold. So maybe we go smash a bat. Or Thief. Thief works here.
Interesting. So, wait, is there draw
That's their max
pile?
hand size.
Oh, that's max hand size. Right. Got it. Yeah, their draw pile's the 16 over there. Oh! Huh! What was that? Draw a card and gain in time. At the end of your turn, draw a card and gain a time. Deal a damage, draw a card, gain a time. Oh, I want all of these.
They're very rogue. This is very, very thief.
And double attack,
That's who
double
we
attack.
could be.
Ooh.
And we will someday, perhaps, be a thief.
I hope sooner rather than later.
Our deck does feel pretty weak, right? It's just like do between 2 and 4 damage every turn. But we just started, so it makes sense that we're weak.
Stone Skin, save us!
Stone Skin might have killed us.
Nope, saved us.
We live. It's way too close.
Too close. Although we level up, we've got a full heal. This is something that a lot of roguelikes, like I'm talking roguelikes, right? Like if there's northwest is closer to north, then roguelikes, right?
Right.
Including another one that Teak and I have discussed, and I'll hint to you what it is. It's the one that we almost did today. Where a lot of the gameplay is around the idea of trying to time your level up such that you heal and refresh your resources at the most critical time. So a lot of them have this kind of, you want to fight and push your luck as far as you possibly can. Ideally, you want to level up when you have 1 HP left, right? Which adds an interesting kind of like map dimension to it and an interesting kind of risk-reward element
Dicey
to it.
has this. Since we were talking about Dicey, Dicey really has this.
Yep.
Leveling and timing, you know, getting to the fruit at just the right time. Yeah. So
took my
gaining
headset-
action around is interesting.
I took my headphones off for just 1 second there, but was your mention of the Dicey Dungeons one the fact that you can do things like, you know, wanting to extend your fury and things like that by taking damage
Yes.
intentionally before leveling up?
Yes, taking damage before your level up and then leveling up to get a heal, but carrying forward the active ability. Exactly that. I'm messing with my eye. I think I'm the wizard, and I'm trying desperately to lose these glasses as a kind of a role play.
Yeah, just really getting in character.
Exactly.
By base, we've learned Double Strike. It's got a cooldown of 2 combats. It's a combat ability. So I imagine it's similar to Smash, but it'll appear in our combats. Draw a temporary copy of the next card you play.
Oh,
Wait.
temporary copies. I've seen this word. This is my favorite part. Oh, I've seen this word. I feel like we're doing archaeology in a way. You know what I mean? We're digging up these phrases, these mechanics. So we can get a slash, which looks like it's just an attack. Oh.
Free attack draws a
Has
card.
draw. Okay. But then gain 1 additional action per round. I guess actions are hourglasses. Okay, but right now we can't really use that. It looks like it would be strong, but it's kind of like having 2 energy when you only have 0 energy cards, right? So maybe we just need the oomph from slash?
I agree. I also agree because Gouda's Gummy Goodness has this, which only can be played if we have no actions in play, and it takes all of our action. So it's possible that we do something that's less action and more trying to stack effects on attack cards.
Yeah. And
Are
this
we
is
keen
front
to buy
load.
this?
I'm keen to buy it. I feel like we need front load for these fights.
I think it's also like a really good thing to possibly dupe. Because you lose all of the energy, but it doesn't end your turn, right?
Can we smash another wall too? Because we get that after every fight, right?
We get it after every second. So not
Okay.
just yet.
Not quite. We have to smash a bat first.
Dead.
Heck yes.
Now we may smash. That's what I'm always looking for. I want to know, is it safe to smash?
Desire smash. Interesting. Do you think there's a secret tile there? Do you want to look?
There may well be, and I definitely want to look.
Yeah. Oh, well, you know, we had to try to find out.
Eat that just to try and... Ooh, cool. Monastery. Deep in the dungeon, you stumble across a surprise. Leaning against one of the walls is a cardboard cutout, a painted church in gaudy blue. On a whim, you try the painted doorknob, but to your surprise, the door, along with the wall behind it, parts. That previous sentence, the one that I just read, it's one of the... So I try and write in my own voice. I fail consistently at doing so. And the reason is because when I write in my own voice, I use often so many clauses that to write it out is that it's 3 words, comma, 4 words, comma, 2 words, comma, 5 words, comma, 1 word. It's like, if I spoke this, it would sound normal and natural.
Like human language. And that's the thing. That's when you read a dictation, it's kind of hard to read because spoken language does things that we wouldn't necessarily write.
Yeah. There's some part of me that just loves they shamelessly did it in that way, and it makes it so much better for narration. Curious now, you walk into an almost empty room. Sitting cross-legged against the far wall is a man. Long, scraggly hair obscures his face, but he stands as you enter. Welcome, traveler. Have you come to forget your past? Then he grins. The first time is free. It seems like he might be able to help you forget, but no one in this dungeon does things for free. Something tells you the cost will increase each time you take advantage of the offer. So this has got to be card removal, right?
Yes. Yes. That must be what it is. So we drop just a regular 1 attack?
I think so.
Oh my. Is that going to delete all of them?
Ooh, it does not appear to have... let's quickly check that. No, just the one.
Good. It highlighted the whole section, so I guess it was highlighting this card type.
There's another Goodness Gummy Goodness. Oh, there's another Colossus Smash here if we want to go like all in on smashing.
Flame Slash, that's a big card.
It
makes sense. It costs 30.
There's part of me that's like, but is this going to be one of the roguelikes where once you kill the boss, that is the end? Or is it going to be one where you kill the boss and then that spawns the stairs?
It's going to be stairs. It's going to be stairs. Plus, we might get something out of this chest, unless it's a mimic. While exploring the dungeon, you come across an old treasure chest. Just looking at it, you are filled with fear. I think everything is a mimic.
Of course.
You know beyond a shadow of a doubt that it's filled to the brim with delicious goodies. Visions of donuts, chocolate truffles, and candy canes dance through your mind as you bend to open the chest. Slowly, you raise the lid and stare at the inside. Nothing. Not even a crumb. Obviously, you cannot stand for this outrage. Furious, you draw your sword and rend the chest to pieces. Huh. Maybe there was something hidden in the linings. Or you just got a little better at breaking things.
So we have the choice here between a shield. You have a 20% chance of dodging your opponent's attack cards as an equipment, and an equipment slot, which makes me feel like you can only have one piece of equipment out at the time by default, possibly.
Oh, interesting. So maybe we should just take an equipment slot, since we already have one equipment. And powers.
We can do both.
We can take both? Do you want dodge? Dodge is cool.
Kinda, and also kinda not.
Right? We can come back later. We don't need it.
Yeah, let's come back later and see what's going on with that.
It'll still be here. Yeah. Teak.
What just happened there? Counters the first card each turn. So play all does not optimize for things like that. So I should have played the normal attack first and then played the Colossus Strike there for the maximal effect. It's interesting, our sword appears to already be in play, despite the fact that we didn't do that.
Is it because we gained an equipment slot? Maybe equipment slot lets you make equipment into a perma thing.
That's super cool if that's the case. Yeah, I think that might well be.
That's probably what it is. Equipment slots are not you're allowed to play more equipment. It's you get equipment in play automatically. I bet that's what it is. We should check to see if we can go to the deck and pick what's auto.
And pick what's auto, sorry?
Well, what if we get more equipment? Which one goes in the slot?
Ah, right. So we'll do that in the meta level if I recall correct, if I'm understanding correctly.
Okay, so now this enemy still has counter the first card, but what else do they have?
So they have counter the first card, but this is I am going to counter the first card.
Got it. I see. So
we need to have Stone Skin against this enemy's claws.
Plus, with our equipment, we really want to play multiple attacks if we can. Play all is good here because it's small then bigger. And we should do... Oh, we only got the 2 damage, so because it was countered, the sword didn't happen. Slash
Maybe we
is a
should
draw
use... Slash is a draw effect. Maybe if we use, Slash with the temporary copy, so we start out with the attack.
I like that.
Use this slash, drawing a card, getting another slash.
Yeah, and then we just win. Nice finisher. Smart turn. We recovered there. It was scary for a minute though.
I'm really glad we had a full heal coming out of that fight as well.
Yeah, no lie.
Ooh, plus
Gain
card.
4 health. You've learned plus card. Oh wow! And here's Flame Slash level 2. We've seen a Flame Slash level 3 in that previous Gouda's delicious cheesy business. Or we can get some more free leashin as well. I kind of like a Flame Slash.
I like the Flame Slash, although I will admit there is some part of me that's like, what if the deck only had Colossus Smash and Slash?
Eventually...
this is my
eventually
thing
it doesn't
happening.
win, right? It is, totally. It is. Maybe it does win. We don't know what the numbers are. That's the thing. Where are the in-game numbers?
That's true, but I think we should take the Flame Slash. I play into that instinct a lot of the time, and sometimes it rewards me.
Sometimes.
But it often means that I get to explore fewer things in my initial encounters with the game.
So, okay, wait. Are we going to take the dodge? Because what I kind of want to do is take the dodge to see if we can choose what equipment goes in the equipment slot.
Let's do that. So we learn the dodge. Ah, yeah. Okay, so you do choose your equipment.
Nice. So what do we... I think we should take sword as the equipped equipment into the what looks like a genie fight. A djinn?
Agreed.
It is a quest of dreams, after all. Makes sense.
Oh, but this doesn't have level ups. The others, like Flame Slash, do have level ups. Okay, let's see if we can come back for another level of Flame Slash, maybe. After we bop this.
Destroy this nerd. Oh, gosh. They are 30 health.
Mm-hmm.
What is their 5? Is that their, like...
Some mana, I imagine. Because we're completely deprived of it, and we have been this whole time.
Yeah. We had a card. We could have taken that Gouda cheese. That gave us 6 mana, but we don't use it.
Exactly. We don't seem to have a resource that wants us to yet. Okay,
that was a sweet turn. Now that we're drawing more cards, our sword got a lot better. Oh my. We can take... Wait, what happens if we take -1 action? What does that even mean?
We just won't be able to play Stone Skin, I think.
And the Colossus Smash, right? Doesn't that
No,
say
Colossus Smash just says lose all.
Oh, okay. -1 action it is. Yeah. That's going to be fine for us.
So that was the 3 wishes with us having to choose an option. Ward, prevent the next 8 damage that would be dealt to you. This costs 3 of their mana, so yeah, it's definitely that.
Okay.
And then there's no reason to play these in any order.
1, 2. Well, Colossus Smash has to go last.
Does it?
Oh, no, it doesn't, because we lose the action, but we get to get... Losing, that's the part that keeps weirding me out. When you're out of actions, your turn doesn't end.
Yes, yeah. So in that way, it is closer to kind of like an energy / mana / ember, etc. system.
Yeah.
It's the fact that it looks like an hourglass that makes me feel like I should end my turn once that happens.
Right, exactly. Okay, turn's over. Yeah.
Oh, I should have discarded that. Right, you have to manually discard. So it is manual that you retain cards.
I forgot about that too. But it's good that we finally had a chance to do the thing.
Yeah, so the enemy has played Wisdom. 3 mana, draw a card. 3 mana, draw a card. Haste, draw 2 cards. In addition, you have a 10% chance to gain an extra turn. I don't know what the impact on us here, though, is. Oh, that's our dodge. Got it.
They're having some big turns. They're trying to run away.
I feel like they are going to have some difficulty with that.
We just need to live for a turn. Yeah, we win. GG, our first dungeon level. Wow, they were wealthy. Okay.
Upgrade 2 cards or plus equipment. Gain an additional equipment slot.
I think we should upgrade?
Just because we haven't seen it yet, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So the downside here is that we only have 1 card that we ultimately want in the deck that has an upgrade ability here.
Yeah, but upgrading a basic strike is not the end of the world for us. Like, because they're free.
That is true.
Yeah, I guess it would have been nice to have... So are we going to... Do we think it's worth to buy another Flame Slash 3, or is that wasteful?
I think it's a good idea to get kind of like a density of attacks in here.
Because enemies are having like 30 health and stuff now.
They are indeed. Maybe we want to take a couple of forgets here, get a couple of the base slashes out.
Forget me, yes. Agree.
It'd be 25 for the next one. There might be another monastery on the next floor, though.
And there's the corner store corner area that we haven't visited yet as well. Oh, we could have another sword, and then another equipment slot would be pretty sick, right?
Exactly.
But, you know, can you not upgrade equipment, I guess? Some cards don't have equipment or don't have upgrades. Like the Colossus Smash has no upgrade, right? Is what we learned?
Yes, the Colossus Smash doesn't have an upgrade. So we can see the kind of like level directly next to the name if they have an upgrade. And then this one says like level 1 out of 4. This one says nothing.
You know what that reminds me of? Soulforge. But that makes sense because Soulforge is the same team that made Ascension. So all of the dots are connecting. Oh, a fight. Wow.
What are you doing down here, Pixie? Generates 3 mana each turn.
Gonna be a bit of a stomp. Bye. They were kind of wealthy.
Oh, damn, they were indeed.
But is it worth?
You're not going to have to try hard to convince me to go for removals.
Or sword.
I do kind of like the sword plan a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Takes an action.
Or hamstring.
You know what? Let's take the sword, go into the new floor with our money, and see what we can do about it.
See if we can get another equipment slot or something. Get multi-sword.
Mm-hmm.
Stairs down. Stone steps lead down into the darkness. You're unsure what lies ahead, but you are filled with a certainty that once you take these stairs, you can never come back.
Complete level.
Level 2. To a stranger place. You start to take note of your surroundings and gasp in fear. Water surrounds you, filling your lungs. You try to scream, but can only burble. What was your pixie, your imp voice?
Come on, just breathe. It's not that hard.
You don't want to drown, but there's not much choice in the matter. Screwing up your eyes, you tentatively open your mouth. Hey, I'm alive. The imp just snickers and rolls his eyes. You briefly consider cutting off his head, but are momentarily distracted by a faint song.
Beware the Lord of the Dream. He has yellow ears and tiny feet. When he sings, those who listen go slowly mad. His will bends time. Flee, flee.
It's just perfect. Just.
Thank you. Thank you.
Absolutely perfect.
I remembered that your imp was kind of a mix between like Stitch and Gollum. And so that's, I figured I would just line up there.
I could hear the snitch and Gollum, the Stitch and Gollum.
The golden
Stitch is a snitch. I could hear that in there.
Snitches.
The triangular point is Jar Jar. For that.
No.
It's the tightness in the back of the throat, but that is also evident in both of the other characters.
Imps.
That's just. Oh man, I'm really impressed.
There's always a bigger fish.
So we have the ability to choose rich, gain 30 gold. These so far it looks like these can all be taken multiple times. Yeah. Gain an action, gain 1 equipment slot. There's 5 health, 2 mana, or choose a card from your deck that can be leveled up and level it. I think we go for
Do you want
this,
to equip
right?
more swords?
Yeah.
Swords. Did I say swords? Should we smash right away? Insta smash.
Get smashed.
Yeah.
Oh.
I guess we should have explored first. If hindsight being as it is, 2020.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, that's funny.
We have found a troll hide. For the rest of the fight, gain 2 health at the start of your turn.
Oh, that's cool. Wow, just a regeneration effect. I mean, you can think of it as block.
Mm-hmm. Let's come
If we
back
had
to
more
that
block,
one
it could
later.
be actual healing. Yeah.
Altar to Alcarin. A rough grey altar leans against the wall. Dried blood cakes the cracked and pitted stone, obscured by a thin layer of dust. Above, etched into the wall, sits a sigil, a faded shield with a glowing yellow cross in the middle. Beneath it is a carved message. I am Alceron, King of Kings. In my name you are righteous extolled. In my name are the wicked punished. Speak my name. Wield my glory.
But we may be extolled.
Uh-oh. The sigil above the altar glows as you invoke the god's name. A deep voice rumbles,
I am Alcaron.
That's too deep for a god of some kind. I
am Alcaron. I have sharpened your blades and your mind, but you will prove your worth to me, brother. I have raised up the weaklings around you, and you may face true challenges, brother. Go now and earn my respect. Become the cream of the crop. I am Alcaron.
Your upgradable cards have been upgraded. All monsters have been leveled up as well.
We leveled up a bunch of strikes, dog. We got a strike dummy.
Uh-oh. Let's fight a giant
That's okay.
spider
We're level
about
5.
it. Although,
We can-
actually, there's no reason not to get as much of the lay of the map as we can.
Yeah. That's we're learning to rogue. It's interesting. That's maybe the roguest thing that's happened though, right? Learning about events so that you can inform future runs. The next time we see Alcaron, we know we should go get the good cards first and get that big upgrade. Like, all right, I see.
Although maybe that's one of many blessings. We don't know how
That's
much
true.
the kind of like
That's
things
true.
that are later, the randomized elements of roguelikes that, because
Yep.
this also precedes a lot of the more roguelike kind of generation that now exists, not
Yeah.
just the Deckbuilder
Yeah.
roguelikes.
Yeah, and maybe actually leveling up the enemies is to our benefit. Like maybe we get more experience from these enemies being a higher level, right? If
It's
we can
also
take
true.
on level 5s.
They stole our whole hand. Giving the business about it, though.
I had to try to make sure that the coffee went down my neck into my sword. Drink safely, kids.
Drink responsibly. That's what the message of the Rhaps Teak has always been about.
Yeah. If I know anything, that's where we're headed.
Do you want to go for a siren? Or... Yeah, okay, brownie. Let's go for it.
Yeah.
They have a 50% chance to prevent any opponent's attack card from having effects.
All right.
Well,
roll them dice. Does it only go off once a turn, or is it all?
No, it's rolling on each of them individually.
Okay.
Similar to how our shield would. Yeah, failed on both of those. Sprite stab. Deal 2 damage or a
That's
card.
cool. I'd like to steal some of these cards.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if there is
I
a
wonder
character
if the thief can do that.
Precisely.
And now I'm finishing your sandwiches.
Very much so. That's how these kinds of things end up happening. There is a brain meld that occurs over the course of them. Let's get some
kind
HP.
of mind meld. Hey, so was the troll hide an equipment? Also, can we smash?
Is it safe to smash? Troll hide and equipment. So wait,
The thing that we left in the chest.
Oh, this was an action.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Because if it was equipment, in fights where we were strong, we could equip it in advance.
Mm-hmm.
But I think we should go up to the top right of the map that's available right now and smash that orange. Smash that. Oh, nope. It was bad smash.
That's okay.
We had to try.
It gave us information, such as to
knowledgeable.
That would not do a thing for us. That's valuable information still.
Yeah, we take this. Wow, we do kind of a lot of damage. Faces the place.
Mm-hmm.
Enemies, though, are becoming more terrifying.
Exile 2 cards at random from your opponent's hand.
It's gone forever. Can we see our exile?
That's our No, those are the cards we played at the very start. Right, okay, so that's not our discard pile. I don't think we can see an exile pile, actually.
It's lost to time. Maybe they're exiled in the opponent's battle grid. Maybe the opponent took it.
It's properly exiled.
There's a concede button?
Just in case.
I would like to give up. We leveled up.
Ooh.
Doo-doo-doo.
Adrenaline Rush. Combat ability, cooldown 3 combats. Draw 3 cards. Nice.
Oh, we haven't been using our Timp card ability. I forgot about that, actually.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remembered that we had it last fight, but with the enemy dodging 50% of attacks, I was like, I don't know if we need this here.
Do you want
Holy
to bite
Strength.
plus?
Ooh, that's some health right there, and it's got another level that it can even gain.
Yeah.
Let's do that, right? Because how many cards in the deck do we have that we really want to upgrade at this point? Because like these attacks, this is already at level 4, but even at level 4, it's 3 upgrades invested into a card that still doesn't do too much.
Yeah, it's okay. Like, we're not going to remove it, but I like the Holy Sword.
There's our free removal. What do
We
you got,
took the
Gouda?
Holy Sword, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pop.
Boom. Gouda.
Gouda has Crush. Destroy an equipment card if you do deal 3 damage.
Interesting. Okay, so it's kind of a sideboard tech for enemies with a lot of equipment. Have we met anyone with a lot of equipment yet? Have we met anyone with any equipment yet?
I think one of the first fights played equipment.
Okay.
There's also Pierce, deals 8 piercing damage. Okay. That's pretty dang
Someone
significant.
will block.
And the second level deals 8, the first level deals 6. So the final level will deal 10, I imagine, if it follows.
But we could, right now, we have a bunch of money. And if that is what I think it is, we can go get some removals.
Mm-hmm.
Am I now learning the language?
Get out
Speak.
of here.
Friend. And remove.
Bello.
Melon. It's
Another
melon, right? Like it's straight up just melon.
Oh, I
friend
thought it was
in Elvish. And
I thought it was a B.
oh, I thought it was an M. I've always laughed that it's just melon. Melon means friend.
I 100% need to know this now.
I'll look it up. Elvish, friend, loader, melon.
Melon.
It's an M. Mellon, shaped like a friend.
And welcomed like one too.
Do you want to pierce?
I kind of want to pierce, right? We haven't really found many enemies.
Yeah.
We found one that blocked, but
it's just options because we don't know what to expect, and I don't want to get hard-walled by a fight. Like, I like having a couple answers. We've got some fire damage, we've got some holy damage, and we've got some piercing damage. We've got answers, and with our swords, you know, in tank and spank fights, everything is contributing.
Cloak of Invisibility prevent. So the Cloak of Invisibility equipment is actually what's the problem for us here.
Maybe we do want to destroy enemy equipment.
Perhaps,
you know,
at some point.
That might actually be pretty good.
Holy striker.
Ow.
It's all good. We heal.
We
What
do
was our
good
new
damage.
activated ability? So we've got the temp card ability.
Draw 3 cards.
now we
Cooldown
have-
of 3.
Wow. It's like a full extra turn.
Mm-hmm. Especially because we don't really pay action costs for many of the things. Whew, yikes.
If
I hope we
I'm
level up that, it's
guessing,
fine.
we want to make sure, like, we shouldn't be too scared to use these abilities just because they're on cooldown, since our health is kind of hemorrhaging, right?
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of health.
Smash.
Hey.
Yeah, buddy. We back in the exploring business.
What are you?
Pretty sure that's Jobs.
Sir.
Higher levels of strike cost an additional to play, but that's interesting.
Whoa. Is that 4 action?
It's 4 actions for 15 damage.
We don't have 4 actions. We're building them up over time? No.
No, it does seem to be reset each turn.
Yeah.
Strange.
Yeah.
Not for us, I guess. Dancing Scimitar at the beginning of your turn, deal 3 damage to your opponent. That's not going to scale too well. Berserker Strike, 10 to your opponent, 4 to yourself. Can't level up.
Oh, that's kind of cute. So I think this is what I'm realizing is in this game, the builds are more distinct in some ways. So one thing that I really like about some of the kind of modern second and third wave roguelike deck builders that we play is that you can have some established kind of like archetypes, or as I prefer to talk about, cores, right? This is the damage core that I've brought together. This is my block core. And then you've got, you know, tools, sideboard options, we call them sometimes, tech. And what I like is that the classes are so strongly built that you can kind of splash almost any card. It's very rare to have a card and pick it up and just go, I can't use this at all, right? But in a lot of other tactical games, roguelikes, that's absolutely a thing. Nova Drift is a game I like to where you can paint yourself into a corner. There's so many foot guns. And I suspect that this game is the same, to where it's like sometimes you see something and it just doesn't work at all. It's just not on the run. You just don't have mana. You don't have the actions, right? And so that means that there will be more in the early game, more emphasis on player knowledge. It's like important that we pay attention to those things, but I think that's kind of cool. I like that. I like foot guns in games, actually.
Yeah, they're an important teaching tool, right? You foot gun a couple times and then you realize why it's a foot gun.
Yeah.
Although, I wonder, like, is this game going to have unique decks, like different cards available per class, or is it different starting deck and different abilities, but the cards are the same, and that's why you can encounter things that you don't necessarily want? Or is it specified, but you also can see a little bit of stuff from other classes, like a little bit of mana, a little bit of spells.
A bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, right? Get a little mage in my warrior.
Ugh, you got your mage in my warrior. Haste Totem at the beginning of the turn.
Your warrior in my mage.
Haste Totem gains a charge, then draws a card and gains 1 for each charge on the Haste Totem. Uh-oh, this enemy needs to die.
We might need to use our active abilities, huh? Like, take an extra turn kind of situation. Proc our swords more.
Let's do that. You know
Let's
what?
just keep swording. Yeah.
Get double slashed.
Yeah. Get totally destroyed, nerd.
Yeah.
This enemy needs to die, said Rhaps.
This is
Killing the
solitaire,
enemy.
you see. You're not allowed to play.
Oh, we're out of Smash. I hope we can win.
It's a wizard as well.
Mm-hmm.
All right. When you gain mana, deal a damage for every 2 mana you gain rounded down.
Okay. We're just going to hit them in the face. I suspect that wins.
That is the weakness of many mages.
Face. Well, I hope we win on this turn.
Each time your opponent places an attack card, deal 2 fire damage to them.
It's okay. We deal 4 negative damage to our own self with a Holy Strike.
We can also just prevent it with the Stone Skin.
Oh yeah, nice, nice. And then we're positive on healing.
Oh no, I was still taking the damage, so the damage reduction doesn't affect that. Ah, from physical damage.
Physical.
Does this say physical damage? No, it says damage reduction too.
Well, read between the lines, says the game, showing us no lines. Should I take this one? Healing pool. In the middle of the floor lies an enormous pool. Cautious, you start to tiptoe around the outside edge when the waters begin to rile. Ripples form, emanating from the center where a sharp tip begins to breach the water. Slowly, a long blade follows, attached to a dainty hand, then bright red hair and a snow-white face. When the nymph rising from the waves catches a sight of you, she frowns. Oh, that's not at all who I was expecting. What are you doing here? You stammer something foolishly. Yeah, whatever. Look, you can drink some of the water. It'll make you feel better. But you're gonna have to pay me for anything you use. Just toss the coin into the water. I'm gonna take a nap.
So it seems like we have the ability to disobey by healing Max for free.
Free! I think we... What did it say?
It just locked that out. I don't know. Seems to be okay with it.
Well, so it was. Why are these walls so thick? What's up with this double wall nonsense?
Maybe you're supposed to like manage them to dig through a little bit more. It takes half damage from physical.
Yeah, maybe you just keep going the same way, right? Pierce. You think that nymph is going to come back to bite us? I think she's napping.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe if we tossed in the 1 gold coin, there actually would have been a second like event.
True.
Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it really is a free heal, but if you toss in 1 gold coin, it like hits her, and then you have to. What if you toss in the gold coin, it wakes her up from her nap, and then you have to fight? That would be such video games.
Oh,
that's what I'm sure happens.
They scrimped all our cards away.
Yeah, that was not very nice. What is it? This is a banshee.
They're taking half damage from physical attacks, so they are basically like the hard counter for us right now.
Oh gosh. Okay, but we still get the damage from the sword. Oh, this is maybe death then.
Temporary copy of the next card you play. Maybe we try and double stack this shield. Save ourselves, because we can't deal enough damage this turn.
Yeah, you're right. Okay. Hang on tight. Just dodge. Roll them dice. Holy Strike should be good.
She's going to play another one of them, and we're going to have to discard it too.
Please don't. No! We didn't dodge any of those.
No, 36% chance.
GG.
GG. Congratulations. We've got a kind of score based here at the end. Gain access to a talent on the first floor is the new achievement for dying once. Interesting. Your characters start with 3 additional gold. Okay, so wait a second. The things that people say, like roguelike, roguelite, etc., this has a permanent progression through unlocking these achievements.
Yes, it does.
It's becoming more and more common. I don't like how I'm holding myself back so hard because I could run the Tiki seminar on my thoughts about games and what's good and what just is.
Mm-hmm.
I'm fairly like Buddhist, I think, in my video game ideals, which is that many things just are. I don't need to categorize them as this is correct, this is good, this is bad. It's just like, this is games. And meta progression systems exist in games to serve a purpose, which is they're a tutorial system. They give a motivation for players as they're progressing. They lock down complexity so that you don't get overloaded in the very beginning. I think that they're like mostly necessary, but they can be done wrong.
Yeah, like many things, it's the specific implementation of it that needs to be discussed at the time. So talking about it in kind of like a broad nebulous context doesn't really give you much information, unfortunately.
Doesn't tell you anything, yeah.
Do we want to, with the information we have, maybe run into another run? I'm kind of looking at this thief with the...
I would be so upset if we didn't do another run. We need to do another run.
How you feel about the thief?
I feel great about thief. I suspect I may be related to this person, actually.
If I didn't have such the camera set up at the moment, I would try and move you up into the Alex the Sneaky role right here.
Okay.
Breathe, it's not that hard. Okay. So this is similar-ish to the previous one, except that we're underwater.
Oh, we started in the water place this time? Okay, cool. Okay, so somewhat random mapping.
All the walls on this dungeon floor are removed.
That's kind of a cool talent.
It's training, magical, and healthy. Let's have a quick look at the base deck and see if that gives us any inspiration.
Agree.
Action. Action. Okay. Backstab wants us to have multiple action cards in the... So this is very much a kind of combo, fly off the handle type deck.
What do we like? We would just be upgrading attacks here because backstabs and slices don't look like they can be upgraded.
Yeah, just be base attacks, so not super keen on that one. Which is not bad,
but maybe we want mana or health. What if random mana?
I like the idea of mana because I wonder if there's the ability to transition like a card that says spend this much mana, gain actions, because that's what we're really going to want, actions.
And then we play more cards, do more rogue things. Mana rogue.
Yeah, let's be a spell thief, spell sword, arcane trickster. That's the word I'm looking for.
Oh, what's the treasure thing? How often do we get to use that? Just.
Oh, immediately, Teak. We get to use it immediately.
This is the same as the treasure chest text the last time.
Yes.
Wow, that was pretty sweet. Insta item.
Okay. Put a shield out in play, but. These ones are very much just play what you can.
If these both land... Oh no, were they weak to Frost Slash?
No, Frost Slash just does more damage. So it's weird, because the 2 we assume with the base is just like 2 for 2, but this is 2 for 4.
No, level 2, damage 4. Right. Oh, Find Treasure is expensive. Cool.
Yeah, it's 4 different combats we have to go through to regenerate that. We have a strike here, deals 5 damage. It's weird. These seem like they are very expensive.
There must be, like, we must be able to break the action economy somehow. Swiftness? What's that do?
That's exactly what we're looking for.
We must be able to break the action economy somehow.
Hell yeah. Oh, I'm ready for
it. Muck.
It is very muck. This is a palette shifted muck. Regains 1 health every single turn.
This is a lowland muck. You can't steal my...
I exiled a random card from my hand. I wanted that one.
Oh, gosh. That guy is me when I finish a video game.
That's me waking up in the morning. Yeah, got him.
You wake up in the morning? I have all these really lovely interactions since I, work until 3 or 4 most days. And then I have my evening until like 6 a.m. My wife wakes up. We both brush our teeth. It's the trading of the guard. And so then I wake up in the afternoon. And sometimes people are like, I called you in the morning. And I'm like, no, you called me at night.
Yeah.
I called you in the morning. It's 2 p.m.
I had a completely inverted sleep schedule so that I could kind of stream and play games and collaborate with other people in American time for a year or two there. And yeah, there was constantly the problem of any time anyone wanted to talk to me, it was like, okay, well, wait until nighttime.
Because businesses are doing business time things, right? Yeah, absolutely.
So we have an option to take a jab here, dealing a damage, drawing a card, and gaining an action back. So it's just a free damage, as well as triggers the effects of draw a card and gain an energy, because those might be important. Yeah. Duplicating effects, things like that.
You know what I'm thinking we might get? And Venom. Venom.
That'd be neat.
I think I want this jab.
I'm happy with the jab, but I also really do want to cut so many cards from the deck and have just like backstab, slash, jab.
Slash. You know what? Cleanse is kind of like a jab. Probably Cleanse was better than jab, as I think about it. Because we've already got some jabs, but...
The ones that we have at the moment aren't jabs because they don't give us the energy back. Jab does, though.
Oh, jab special. Okay, they're slices, not jabs. Heard? Good.
Ooh, a healing... 1 action!
Just buying an action. I mean, you know what? We saw this last time, remember? We had a level up that offered us an action. We were like, we don't need that.
Yeah, but I didn't know if I could just straight up buy it in the store for the cost of a card.
Yeah, that is pretty wild, right? That this game is balanced to where you can buy primary mechanics.
Yeah,
this would be like Defect rolling up to the store and being like, can I buy 1 card draw, please?
Exactly,
and
right?
They'd be like, yes, you may have the Centennial puzzle. It's, 250 gold. And you're like, no, I'd like to have it for 30.
Could we do like a payment plan on that in some way?
I'm looking for some kind of a layaway option.
Oh?
I beat the Corrupt Heart.
So we can figure that out.
And then I'll definitely come back. And I'll definitely pay you off. I suspect that the Merchant is actually the most powerful being in the Spire anyway, so probably shouldn't run from your debts.
We have, each time you take physical damage, you take an additional damage is a weaken that's been provided to us by the Shark Bite. It's for the remainder of the fight. Interesting.
Spelunky, I think, did the most lovely thing with the merchants. Because I've always kind of thought about this fact that in games, merchants are like kind of clones. It's very weird to have these cloned interactions, right? And then Spelunky was like, no, actually, the merchant is really a clone. Have you seen this kind of semi-secret area? Oh, man.
No, I haven't.
It cracked me up the first time. Yeah, it turns out the merchant actually is a clone, and there's this giant cloning level hidden at the bottom of the ice caves, and it's like it's the thing that we've all been thinking but never thought we would actually see happen, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it kind of smacks a little like Officer Jenny and Nurse being in every town, and then the episode where they're just like, they're all sisters, they all live together and know each other,
and they just go by the same name because it's easy that way.
Oh, of course. Mind if we call you Bruce to save the hassle?
What was this building?
I have no clue. Linda's Lemonade. Free!
Free!
Behind a long table in the middle of the hallway sits a little girl. Blonde hair and pigtails, she smiles as you approach. Oh, goody, an adventurer. Would you like some lemonade? She gestures in front of her to several different colored pitchers. They're delicious, I promise. And you can even have one for free. You're not one to let a little girl down, so maybe you'd like to try one.
Health, mana, experience. Do you want to become bigger wizard? Or do you want to increase your health by a very substantial margin?
I think experience might be it. Because that translates into other things. It does level us up right now. Part of it I'm thinking is like the options you get on level up, as well as the straight up power you get on level up. An additional level over the course of a dungeon would be worth more than any of the other resources.
Be huge. But do level ups get more and more expensive, or are they always
do. It was 2,
They
4,
do, right?
so I think they might double or just increase by 2.
No, let's take it though. Let's take it because it also informs our choices based on what we get from the level up, right?
And now, that's how they do it. Linda has been in the game for a while. You give them a free sample, you get them hooked, and then you raise the prices.
You want more?
I kind of do. We don't need to take it now, though. Avoidance. Combat ability has a cooldown of 2 combats, prevent all damage until your next turn. There's magical, gain 2 mana, and there's action, gain an additional action per round.
Let's do that. Let's get actions.
Yeah.
So you want to see some action? Do we want to level up more?
We may do, but there's also another action just on sale here, and then out here there's there's something here that I thought was particularly interesting as well.
Gouda's gummy gumdrops. I can't remember either. We need more money. Can we just start stealing?
We actually can. We find one more thing and we'll get a treasure, which is kind of a looty kind of situation.
Looty.
That's 3. That's 2. Let's go for
2. Smash. So what was our avoidance again? I'm sorry. I'm
That's all good.
busy thinking about lemonade.
It's totally fair. Prevent all damage until your next turn.
Okay. So we can just stop enemies from storming us. That's pretty good. Because basically that says get 1 free turn, right? Unless the enemy is playing a bunch of setup.
Okay, and then we'll find a treasure. Healing potion. Completely heal. The game is removed. The card is removed from the game and your deck permanently after use.
We can leave it and come back and grab it like when we need it.
It's very, very true.
On the way to the next level, maybe.
I like that. I don't think this level is going to threaten us too much. Mana totem.
I would think we're fine.
Yeah. It's like the haste totem, but for mana.
And there's a difficulty system in this game, right? Aren't we on the medium difficulty? Grizzly bear?
Yes. The top is Velociraptor, and then the bottom might be Sloth. Something similar to that. I need to discard 1 due to that slow. Perfect.
I feel like Sloth is really the highest difficulty level. When I think about a job that I would struggle with, I think I would have a much easier time being a Velociraptor than moving so slowly that moss grows on me. I think I would flunk horribly at that job. I can't sit still for anything.
It's weird. I'm happy to sit still and kind of not
physically
not be too moving.
We're seated.
Exactly.
Right.
But if I don't have work in front of me, like if I worked an office job where like 50% of it's downtime because you don't have work to actually do, like specifically that kind of an office job, that would drive me mad. That would drive me absolutely mad. I just sit at my desk the entire time, just like stirring and stirring. I stopped going.
I had a job like this to where it was very clear that there was no real purpose for me. And I felt bad because in a way I felt ungrateful. Like, you know, people need money to live, money to eat. And like I had this job, but at some point in time I was just like, I am purposeless here. And I stopped going.
Yeah, exactly. It fulfills like it fulfills base levels of Maslow's hierarchy, but it's not getting up towards that capstone at the pyramid top. No, it's not.
No, it's definitely not. But now here together, what we're doing, we have gone. We have Maslow's, and then above it, this is where we are, in the eye, the hidden eye, Maslow's third eye, above the pyramid.
Maslow's Illuminati eyeball. That is very true. I find this so much more fulfilling. What if you go
beyond self-realization? What is further beyond?
Self-canonization?
Selfless.
Do you just become a god? I'm gonna make the executive and just delete a strike there for us.
I'm good with cleanse. I think we should be deleting all sorts of stuff right now. Absolutely. Fireball. Oh no, it's 4 mana, dude. We can't afford it. Wait, we gotta get more lemonade. Learn it.
We can get some lemonade about this. It's 8 damage. Fire.
Yeah, that's a bunch of damage. And it kills things that are weak to fire.
C'est vrai.
Are we gonna do it?
Pool, which we don't.
Are we gonna throw the coin in to see if it's? Well, we should wait till we take damage.
Yeah, thinking let's bite off a bit more than we can feed.
See, but this is awesome. I am Games are great, in my opinion.
I don't
That's the full
know. I'm
statement.
going to contest that. I think
Second
they're
statement.
all bad.
Games are particularly great. There's many ways that games become great, but I like a game to where I have fun in the first run, but I'm more excited the second.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I'm feeling here. Like, I don't feel punished by the foot guns. Some foot guns are good, some foot guns are bad. We learned some things in the first run, and now we're seeing them again, and I'm excited to like try the other event, and I don't feel punished by what I didn't know, you know? I just feel excited.
Yeah, because you don't want to be demoralized before your second run because you just feel like, oh, well, there's no way I could have accounted for that at the time, and I don't feel like I've learned anything, you know?
Yes, exactly.
So we have 41. We can just go buy an extra action.
Yeah, and then we would still have enough for Lemonade to get the mana if we wanted to do that.
And there's swiftness as
Oh gosh, but there's also swiftness. I know. And that's gain 2 actions, which is arguably better than gaining an action if we see it enough and it's cheaper.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
It's also really good as a setup for backstab.
Yeah. Why don't we take swiftness, and why don't we go get that fireball? Why don't we throw a coin in the pool?
Learn.
Because we have 21. We're perfectly in position.
She doesn't want us to do anything here. We're not allowed.
Oh, because we're full health. That's too bad. Okay. And then we need mana for the fireball before we fight. So it's lemonades.
Oh, they really hiked
but
the
the
price
others are
on
still
us.
cheap. We could buy the other 2. That's not bad. If we wanted to. Get some free experience for the road.
I think that's a pretty good investment.
I think that these are pretty stonks. I'm feeling strong.
This do be stonking.
Ew. It's got a bad stonk to it. Somebody send this back.
Ooh. Oh, I don't want to get rid of any of these.
Yeah, that's pretty rude.
That was going to be a premium turn.
Do you think they're weak to fire? We haven't seen any weaknesses yet. I wonder if they exist.
I wonder if it's going to be more in the realm of resistance that they have.
Yeah. Oh, did we not
Fireball?
play the fireball?
We could only get 1 mana from the girl before we were out of money.
Oh, I thought it was 2 mana somehow. It was 1 mana.
It's because the first upgrade we got was for 2 mana.
Got it. And then the follow-up would cost more and it was less. Stinking lemonade mechanics. You get your first loot box. You open it, and it's a guaranteed hieroglyphic legendary Charizard. But then the next one is it's only strikes. Every loot box for the rest of time is only strikes, but you have to pay for them.
They tried.
System.
Oh, they tried so hard.
This was kind of a close fight.
Mm-hmm. It was. Oh, it didn't even have the ability. It's fine. We'll get the kill. I had to use the invulnerability to stay alive because on a previous turn they dealt a ridiculous amount of damage.
I was watching the whole time. It was well managed. Draw a card, gain 1. Your opponent is weakened. Okay. Weaken, I suspect, makes them do less damage.
No, they take 1 more damage anytime they take damage.
Oh.
So this is the amplifying factor we were looking for our individual, do very little cards.
Bing, bing. Yeah.
In this cleanse.
But otherwise, we can get removals. How much damage is Skewer actually? This is probably the better way to think about it. Right now, when we play Skewer, how much damage does it do for us?
So typically, it will do 2. However, as we continue removing more of these from the deck and have more consistent like slice, jab, etc., it will. Its upper limit is almost boundless.
But so is removal right now because we can get an infinite, can't we?
That's what I'm uncertain about because the cards go into play and they go into the play rather than the discard pile, right? And if they don't go to the discard pile, I can't reshuffle the deck and draw them back. So it seems like it's more like a Dominion-style Infinite, where there are ways to accomplish it through very many arcane interactions. Like discarding cards for value and then having some way to rejuvenate a card in play or dupe a card or some such. But
general
there
Infinite is
usually...
going to be not going to happen. Yeah. Okay. Okay, then we'll take the skewer. It's synergies.
It's synergies.
Should we go buy another mana?
Circle. We could buy the mana. We could also just buy an action.
Actions are pretty good.
They are.
I don't know why it is that I want Alex the Sneaky to cast this fireball.
No, it's
at
good,
this point,
right?
We're so invested.
We can have like one very dense damage card, because that will be good for some enemies. Like some enemies will probably be like, oh, I've got damage reflection.
I take 1 less from everything.
Yeah. Although circle is quite appealing as well. Being draw a card, gain energy. At the start of your next turn, draw a card and gain energy.
That's not bad. That's a lot of value, actually. Well, okay, so it's not a lot of value because it's really only the turn that you play it. It's only replacing itself and its own cost. It's really just empowering your next turn.
Yes, although it can empower the same turn exclusively through the backstab interaction, where you just need to have more actions in play.
Right.
Then there's kick. Your opponent discards a card at random, deal the damage. I don't know. I'm kind of leaning mostly. Wait. Oh, great bow. Deal +1 damage for each action card you play. That would have been it.
How did we not notice that?
I do not know.
We don't have enough money anyway. You want to just buy an action?
Yeah, I think
All
so.
good.
Just interrogating the rest of these. Possibly a wee bit too much.
I've been hoping for equipment. There's no such thing as too much. Oh.
There's the
we're full health.
Potion.
Yeah, I forgot about that too. I was gonna throw there, but it won't let us because we're fully healthy. That's okay.
Level up.
Let sleeping fish lie. Oh my. Groggily, you take note of your surroundings. It's hot, almost furnace-like, and the ground beneath you is moving. In fact, all around you, mini volcanoes erupt every few seconds. Rivers of lava running past your feet, foul-smelling smoke fills the air, stinging your eyes and burning your nose. But from the gurgling of the lava, you can make out a faint voice.
Beware the dream! He has serrated knees and an unending appetite for yogurt. When he sings, those who listen slowly go mad. His gaze halts arrows in flight. Stay far away. Not flee this time. Stay far away. You are given an opportunity to proactively remove yourself.
So, I just love... He has serrated knees and an unending appetite for yogurt. That kind of reminds me of like old-timey like insults, right? Like forsooth, this man has serrated knees and an unending appetite for yogurt. And it's like 7 different footnotes describe in this. Like, oh, well, at the time, you see, sharp knees were seen to be a sign of the lower classes or something like that, you know?
Very and your mother smells of elderberries kind of situation.
Precisely.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I read you, sir. So we could get mana now if we want to pass, or if we want the fireball that we draw to do damage to our enemies.
We could indeed. I'm happy to go any which direction.
Card? That must be plus. That must be a. Oh, it's just money. It's just get rich.
Yes.
You know, that's better than it looks because you can buy actions. You know, it's like these things are all, I guess, weighted the same in terms of
money.
Value.
Can be exchanged for goods and services. I'm gonna get this fireball online.
Okay. Nothing says fireball like a volcanic layer. I know that name. Wait a minute. Fireball.
We can prep for the fireball.
Yeah, let's do it. Big. Look at the big brains on Brad. That guy's ready to cast some fireballs.
We need cards that draw, right? Because then we can cut down to a deck where we set up a turn where Fireball just happens at the end for double damage consistently.
I agree. Have you ever played Starbound?
Starbound. Oh, the Chucklefish game?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I actually recorded a short series on it, but
oh really?
We ran into some tech problems because I was playing it really, really early on in co-op.
Yes, that makes sense.
Yeah, and unfortunately, it's
is that
like
the altar of everybody upgrades? No, it's got a dice on it.
No, this one's to Gauss.
Okay.
It's got a pentagram.
Sorry,
on
but you ran into tech problems and had to end it. That's too bad.
Cool, yeah, cool it's one of those ones like in my private videos on YouTube. There is like a full Starbound series of 5 episodes that Orville and I had recorded that just isn't getting published. I've got like so many things in there that like I've got like the first couple hours of Dragon Age that Teak and I just played through and co-commentated because it's like his favorite series, and it was a series where I was just going to have someone who's very passionate about some specific thing guide me through the experience of the franchise.
Yeah, that's cool.
But again,
I thought about making a YouTube series called Finding the Joy, to where I play games and then I just spend like 10 minutes and I only talk about what made me love the game, and that's it. That's it. Just like what really, not what was good, not what happened mechanically, not how it works, not a critique, but just like what did I love? What sparked joy, basically.
Yeah, I like the idea of that, especially because it kind of runs against the trend that existed on the internet for a really long period of time, which is starting to vanish, had been vanishing over the 2010s, of kind of just like hypercriticism, angry, over the top kind of
you swing a sword enough times, it gets dull, you know? I think that's kind of what's happening.
It's very, very true.
Speaking of swords, do you want to go pray to Gauss, defeat Jorbs, or go deal with this construct, kill a goblin? How you feeling?
I want to see what Gauss is doing here.
Okay.
Would you like to
this
take
one's
it?
you.
Oh,
no,
a rough grey altar leans against the wall. Dried blood cakes from the cracked and pitted stones obscured by a thin layer of dust. Above, etched into the wall, sits a sigil, a purple pentagram, whose lines seem to squirm as you watch them. Beneath it is a carved message. I am Gauss, Lord of Power. The corrupt, the noble, the depraved are all my children. Speak my name. Sacrifice for my gifts.
Whoa! We got 4 curses. That's a lot. Our deck is pretty small.
I am Gauss. I have given you power, but taken from your soul. Bear my mark and serve my name.
You draw 1 additional card each turn. 4 curses have been added to the deck. Let's have a look-see at those.
Curse. All right.
He's not wrong.
I accept. This person had like just finished their advanced mathematics course in university, and so they added it. Gauss curses you as just a like bit of catharsis. I suspect.
Yeah, I'm getting back at you, Gauss. You've been having it too good for too long.
You're a bad guy in my video game. Okay. It's over for you. They will never speak your name. We didn't. If you don't draw the curses, they're not. You know, if a curse falls in the deck forest,
but it never makes a sound.
Gauss's name.
Exactly. It seems like we're completely fine. Let's find a treasure. Spawn that out. Gain an action. There you go.
Free actions. We rogue, and maybe that's why they have such an action dense deck. Is that you just find treasure and get action.
More
preparation.
There's another preparation. Bit more
we don't have any
expensive
money though.
Forward.
We're a bit impoverished.
Clone.
Oh, that's cool. New fight.
I wonder if they're gonna have our deck. I can't see their deck or draw pile or anything like that though.
Oh, this is a mage. They have 15 mana. Gauss was represented by a strange purple pentagram, but that looked a lot like a die. So I'm gonna leave my frame briefly. I'm gonna try to find something. I'll be fast.
Go for it. Let's prep. Hit him with a strike. Healing potion, probably not necessary just yet. Should you end your turn? No, actually, I do want to discard those. Okay, so I can discard the curse. There's nothing undiscardable. Also, doesn't seem to be a non-removal or any of that kind of nonsense. 10 and 4 there. Let's see if we can find anything else. Priest of level 6. A Phoenix level 7 is the boss. Let's make our way through here, I think.
Where is it?
You'll find it. He wears headphones. He can't hear me at all. Does this say next time you deal damage this turn? Okay, so you do want to use it on that turn. Still discard both of the curses. The enemy has an impact of takes half damage from fire, earth, water, and air. So the Song September would deal almost no damage to them. It might heal them, frankly. Slice.
Gave up.
Happen to have a
I need a
D6.
label maker.
D6? D...
No, it's the coolest thing. I'll find it and maybe I'll show it off in the next video we do tonight. It was a gift I got from a friend, and it's a D20 coin. It's a coin that just has one side is a 20. It's shaped like a D20. One side is a 20 and the other side's a 1, which is how I played Dungeons and Dragons anyway. Just flip a coin. You either win or you lose. You know? It goes the best way or the worst way.
Yeah,
Anyway,
I always
thought
like
knew
those
what it
kind of
was,
polarizing
but I
results.
must have. You know how when you clean up, it makes it impossible to find anything? I should never clean.
That is the solution to it. It's
that's the
easier to have
answer.
a floor drobe.
Yeah.
We've got Surge, combat ability. Cooldown of 2 combats, draws 2 cards and gains 2 actions. We also have the ability to get an extra
Oh.
action, or just get rich.
Just get rich. But I don't think we should get rich. I think we should... Can we even use all these actions?
Not yet, but I think this is now the point where we start looking at things that are more action cost heavy and going, well, we can do that.
I think we should go big action. That puts us on 5 base.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's do it up.
Okay, so down here we have a level 6. Actually, no, but this is level 5.
Some action? Beat up a mage. How was the did the clone do anything particularly scary, or just?
Not really. it was just chilling, and then it died at some point.
It definitely seems like I feel like we're stronger than we were as the warrior, but I also think that if there's ever an enemy that like punishes us for playing cards, we're in a lot of trouble.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess that's how we died on warrior too, right? We got hard countered basically by Banshee.
Prep that fireball.
16 damage fireball. That's fit. Fireball rogue is pretty cool.
It is pretty rad. I haven't seen many things that are draw positive, save cooldown effects. But with the fact that they don't have a system that can be easily infinited, is that necessary?
Yeah, maybe it's fine to just have that. I'm wondering if there's so much that we haven't seen, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe there's an equipment that says cards in play can be, returned to your discard while having their effect or something. It's like all of these things could be.
It's easily possible. All right. Skew did some good damage for us that turn.
Full darting dagger.
Got him. Yeah,
I'm
they
loving
had
this preparation.
darting dagger. Yeah, it's actually super neat. And as we cut the lower cards from the deck, it's just gonna get better. Although those curses, I don't. Oh.
We'll just remove them.
Let's find removal in this treasure chest. Alacrity. Gain 3, draw a card.
More actions. We gotta have it. We don't even have any use for these yet, but soon.
Mm-hmm.
Should we get some health?
Yeah, do we want to use the healing potion in this fight, get it out of the deck, or do we want to go pick up HP?
I think we need to pick up some HP. We might do both because, we don't want to just die in a turn. Unless, did we have our invulnerability live? Because that might have been enough.
Oh, yeah, we have it live.
We have to... Okay. We have to draw the potion is the big thing.
So this fool is taking half damage from fire, earth, water,
Fire,
and
earth,
air.
Water, and air. Earth, water, air, and fire.
Do you remember? Hit him with the skewer jab. Yeah, prep, fine, just double the normal damage. Do we want to use the healing potion here? Or maybe hold on to it for a turn?
I think we should do it. Oh, that's not a bad point. Holding it for a turn, that's clever actually. I think we just use it.
Yeah,
part of me was like, use it and go invulnerable for the next turn and then win, right? But I think we have enough health here.
I also think we're probably leveling up after this fight. Oh, that's so many curses.
Maybe we should go invulnerable. No, if we're leveling up, we're fine.
Yeah, I think we are leveling up.
Smile. Everything's okay.
Burn him.
Still 4 damage.
Burn him. What? Oh no! Oh no! That doesn't refresh. Oh no! We can use 1 fireball per fight.
Oh, mana doesn't come back.
Oops.
Well, that's awkward. Well.
You also didn't level up.
Did not level up, but maybe an upgrade.
Blacksmith gives us a
Bright
free
pink
upgrade.
letters
This one's yours.
adorn one of the walls of the dungeon. Insert coin to continue. Curious, you investigate further. There is a slit in the wall above the size about the size of a gold piece, as well as a grayed out picture of an anvil. As you watch, the letters jumble again, now spelling out, okay, 1 time free. The anvil icon lights up and begins flashing wildly. I guess it wouldn't hurt to experiment. Ding, 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 ding. First one's free. Frost slash all the way up.
Maybe we just leave and find something we want to upgrade more.
I mean, the second one is not free, but we have 77 gold. I think we should upgrade this Frost Slash.
Okay.
If we're not going to remove it, then we're deriving value from getting it up, especially since we have preparation, right?
Mm-hmm.
We can take that into this next fight. It'll make us better in the next fight.
Got
We might
the
even want to buy
Phoenix
that
is
Flame
the
Slash.
boss.
Although, it's weird to buy it in this hall, right? There's also, is that a Phoenix fight?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. It's level 7.
Level 7
Yikes.
boss right here. Let's take out
Yeah.
the Priest Prior. You gain 2 mana at the start of each turn. Okay, so there is equipment that will give you mana every turn.
I see. We just don't have it, so we get 1 fireball. But that's not bad.
Speaking
Like,
of.
do we hold it here and hope that we get preparation for it?
Yeah, that's
that
not a
worth
bad
it?
play.
Now that we remember the discard mechanics and stuff. I don't know how much it's worth cursing ourselves with it forever.
Prayer of Wrath. When the last card is removed, last counter rather is removed, deals fire damage based to the number of counters this started with.
15.
Uh-oh.
But how do they remove counters? That's the question.
Have you removed any counter with any of these? Doesn't appear so. They do have
We
a
haven't
ward
seen the
up,
ability
though.
yet. Yeah. We're definitely going to need soon to use Invincible, but I guess we probably want to try to carry it into the boss fight.
Yeah, they're
Oh
going
boy.
to
They're
heal
counting
based on that.
down just like automatically?
Yeah, it looks like that, right? So it's the start of their turn they do it, so we want to do this when this triggers on 1 and then become invulnerable to prevent the 15 damage from it.
Yeah, since there's 2 of them, that'd actually be 25 damage turn.
This one's a heal to the enemy.
Oh, okay. Okay. Prayer of Life instead of Prayer of Wrath. Okay. That makes sense.
Gosh, they're really putting this card on the bottom of the deck for us.
They really, really are. I mean, in fairness, we're drawing slower, but it literally was the last. Ouch. Okay, but now we win. Ish. Win-ish.
No fire for me, thank you.
No, thank you. Well, I don't think that if we had played Fireball on turn 1 that we would have been able to win here faster, so seems like we did an okay thing.
Yeah. And hopefully there's another battle so we can get the fireball up for the boss fight. Start of our turn, we take 2 piercing damage. That's okay. Because hopefully this turn you take 1 lethal damage. No, oh my god. Oh, stop healing.
Quit it with the healing.
I'm gonna send you back.
We need to find removals. That's the big thing that we're lacking out of everything. Alacrity. Well, it should be skewer first, but it's fine because the enemy will die with the backstab.
We got him. We got him.
Got him in the end.
Oh boy. There's going to be another fight. We're going to get another fight.
Gouda has
right? Because it seems like we are always able to get to the... What is that?
Say
only one poisoned?
Poison on the enemy, yeah, but poison will actually deplete each turn. So if you had many of these, this would be a ridiculous way to deal damage.
But we would need several. Some kind of duplication event. An elite.
Yeah.
That's a system I recognize. Two elites
out there too.
Okay, well, if there's something we know, it's that fighting elites makes us better. We have 87 gold. Should we buy something at Gouda's and or upgrade something?
Can we double prep?
We have to science that. We're not given a choice.
There's only one way to find out. And then this Gouda has jab and bleed and things like that. I kind of want to
Pierce 3.
Matt, maybe that would have been the idea. Let's see if we can take out the stone golem without it.
Yeah, we'll get enough money here. Although this might have been the fight to have Pierce, right?
Hmm.
Yeah, we'll win.
True.
We're gonna win.
Double. Do we want to set up for the double here?
Play it at the end of turn. Is it a this turn effect or is
it's
it
a
next?
This turn effect.
I think that it'll be too cutesy if we try to hold it here. Do you agree?
Mm-hmm. Of course. Of course, that's when that turns up.
It'll be the death of us. I'll probably just gotta cast it, right?
I don't know if we have the damage to get through the enemy if we do.
Really?
Well, it does half damage anyway, so preparation's actually better associated with other cards for us right now, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. Use preparation with the something that we're about to draw. Are we dead in Act 2 again?
I feel like we may be dead in Act 2 again.
We don't have invincibility this fight, do we?
No. Cooldown still up. We do have draw 2 cards, gain 2 actions.
Okay, we should use that. Okay, we just do as much as we can this turn. That ain't it.
It's the curses. It's honestly, like, it's the curses, but it's also the fact that we have found no removal opportunities, or not many removal opportunities. Absolutely.
Beyond that first. Yeah.
There's the Frost Slash.
It has been sparing.
Frost Slash, is that water damage or frozen damage? It's probably water damage, right?
I think it's water. Looks like water.
Yeah.
It was a good damage turn. Question is, does the enemy able to do 8?
I think the enemy does able to do 8.
GG, Rhaps.
GG Teak. We've got our walk in the dungeon there for an additional health pack each floor, as well as the characters having additional health, starting with additional gold, and we've gained access to the Desperate Strike. That was really fun. I actually kind of want to play more of that at some point.
I know. Dang it. I can't. I said before we started recording tonight that I think it's amazing that Rhaps has been able to play any game other than Astronarch, because that's all I've streamed for the last week. And there are so many games that I want and need to be playing right now. And now I want to play Dream Quest. This was supposed to kind of be a novelty item.
A little bit. Kind of like a feel of like, so where did these things come from initially?
Not a gag. It's not a gag, but it was supposed to be like a, let's just see this bit of lore, as it were.
I will say, this gave me, like, more than it gave me, like, Slay the Spire or Dicey Dungeon or feels like that. It was closer to something like Desktop Dungeon, like a more traditional kind of roguelike. The management of each individual floor really, really gave it that feel. Like, as we were pushing individual fights and taking a fight and then going, oh, actually, this might be the one that kills us. I just kept getting the sense of that.
That kind of tension, right?
Mm-hmm. It's the kind of thing that really wants to make me continue. But this is the end.
24 hours in a day.
At it.
Why?
Why must I sleep?
Why must I sleep when I need to game instead?
Exactly. Although, I don't know, maybe I play it while I'm asleep, because it is a dream quest. For the moment, my name has been Rhapsody, his name's been Teak. Or rather, Rhaps and Teak. I can't give myself a full name and then you the... Sorry, my name's been Rhapsodian. His name's been Teak. We've been Rhaps and Teak taking a peek at Dream Quest. You'll be able to find the links in the description down below for what you're looking for, the Steam store page for the game, as well as the playlist for this series, past, present, and future. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you next week.